This reading is meant for a very specific, rare, and a powerful being here. And this is for the ones that are standing at a specific threshold. And this threshold has a very shamanic aspect to it, okay? Because there's a sense of something being very hard to ignore for you. There's a level of there's a multidimensional part of you that is coming online that is being very hard to ignore, but at the same time it's being accessible for you to use and really access, and it's available to you, which is why it's becoming very hard for you to ignore. And with the cards now that we have, it's really telling me that this is more and more showing up more and more in your everyday life, even in a very small, ordinary moments. And this is a very shamanic energy that's showing up. And this is a very unique shamanic energy that's showing up. It's not just any other kind of shamanic energy. This is a very multi-dimensional shamanic archetype that is activating and that's waking up within you at this moment. And there's something very important. There's a very important message coming through for you, okay, which is what we are going to dive into here with the cards. And we're going to explain this energy and ground this energy in, because there's so much message about very powerful level of activation that is happening within you right now, okay? And there's a very powerful archetype that is waking up within you right now. So we have the card teleportation and levitation. Expand your gifts and powers. I love that. We're gonna get one more, please. We have the waters of the planet. Bless the rain, rivers, and oceans. I love this. So what's coming through right away is that you are accessing this shamanic aspect, and you're connecting to this shamanic aspect of you that is not only belonging to one single place in time or one single lineage. It's literally like not anchored to one culture, one role, one way of working, okay? It's connected to the earth itself. It's connected to earth across space and time, across every form of shamanic wisdom that has ever taken in human experience, okay? And that is why for you, this aspect of you feels very familiar in many ways at once. And also why it couldn't come online all at once, okay? Because they're all very powerful aspects of you that you've lived through in a parallel timeline, or in parallel lives or in past lifetimes, whatever it is that you resonate with. But this is a very earth-based foundation, and it's a very embodied level of foundation that you have within you, and it lives in your body, and it lives in your lived experiences, and also how you move through your daily life. I don't know why I kept seeing that, like someone just going through their mundane life, and I saw this vision of like them just being able to access their like magical abilities almost in a very like a movie way. Like I saw someone like just seeing like lights coming out of their hands, or like being able to just hear something that has been like that, a conversation that is going on 5 miles away. Like I don't know why I saw it in a very movie like way, but all these things are happening, and it makes sense. Teleportation and levitation card came out, but also at the same time, it's also how you sense what's happening around you, right? Especially with the waters of the planet. You're accessing that level of like intelligence, a sonic waves intelligence as well. This is also something you've experienced in a different lifetime, and maybe you're connecting to a lot of water creatures at the moment, and the waters of the earth hold a lot of intelligence and memories that you're able to access, because you've also lived through so many different kind of multidimensionality within you, that the water is going to be really helpful in this process for you to bring out these memories, and working with water intelligence itself, because water carries that template of being able to access memories in a very multidimensional ways, okay, more than any other element, especially for you, okay? So especially for the people that really resonate with the starseed archetypes as well. And it carries like higher level intelligence that is not only earth-based, but it comes from different dimensions and realities as well. So it's going to be very easy for you to access this if you work with the water element itself, and that's something that wanted to come through. But as I was saying, there's a lot of experiences that you're experiencing that just feel very unusual or hard to explain, or you're about to, and this will start unfolding very gradually, right? If all of it had opened at once, there would have been nowhere for it to like really take place in or anchor in, or it's really would like explode or really not land in this a linear reality that your mind is anchored to, and it would have to cut through every single perception of reality your mind has. So instead of doing that, it's just making it easier for you so you understand it. But instead, it's just been this like activation that you've been going through in stages, and you've been experiencing it moment to moment or step by step, and it's expanding you as you integrate more of yourself, right? And this is why the Hanuman story, or this deity that is here, his story is really coming through for me. He's one of those deities in Sanatana Dharma or Hinduism or in Vedic philosophy or teachings that is really mentioned and is actually very popular, and his story is very popular, and it makes a lot of sense why he came through in this reading, because oh sorry, I don't know if that made a really loud sound, but anyway, Hanuman comes from this Vedic tradition, right? And his story is actually, he's known for his strength and all, but it's not really about becoming powerful in that sense. It's actually about remembering like what he already had within him. And then there's this mythology where he forgets his own strength and abilities very early on in his life as a little kid, and then they're revealed to him slowly at the moments when he's actually ready to use them in service. So until he has that situation that is challenging him in certain ways, then until then he's not able to like activate that part of him or that gift or ability to actually move through that situation. And that challenging situation actually brings out a new aspect of him, a new strength of his, a new ability of his. And that's how I'm kind of seeing it happen for you. It's like certain situations are there as a challenge for you to activate certain gifts that you have, so that you have to dig in and look for those strengths instead of saying, I can't handle this, or I have to accept or escape from this. You're being made to like go through that and face it head on, so that you're able to access these certain gifts and abilities that have been sitting dormant in you, okay? And to be able to use them in service, because that's what Hanuman does, right? And this archetype is coming through very strongly in this reading. And it also comes from this place of devotion and humility and alignment, and humility in a very sovereign way, like it's anchored in your sovereignty, okay? Recognizing that divine within yourself creates that humility, that grace, right? Which you are able to access and use and also be embodied in. And all of it is happening very naturally for you, as it was for Hanuman in this mythology or this story that I'm referencing to, which is called Ramayana, by the way. But it basically happens very naturally for him, because that moment calls for that gift or that ability that he has, and he knows with deep within him, but he's not able to access it until that situation presents itself to him, right? So that kind of mirrors what's happening within you here, and the shamanic ability that is not being downloaded all in one piece, but it's coming back online in layers. And as your capacity to hold it, it kind of increases and widens that bandwidth. You are able to integrate it, and all of that integration obviously takes time, because they're so powerful gifts. They're activating and awakening within you, right? So it just takes time for you to integrate it one at a time. And when you're connected to shamanic wisdom across many lifetimes and expressions, it has to move through the body and your nervous system in a way that's more sustainable for your body to carry it, right? Otherwise it will just overwhelm you instead of like grounding you. So what's important is also to just kind of understand that there's multidimensionality anchoring in you and integrating within you, and also waking up at the same time. So you also don't, and like if you're looking out for some kind of a mentor, guide, wisdom, or some kind of tradition to help you out to awaken these kind of gifts, one thing you have to remember is like you don't have to anchor into one rule or one tradition or one definition of what shaman looks like or what shamanism is, because again, you are a multidimensional shaman, like carrying multidimensionality codes. So all of that, it already exists within you, so you don't have to like worry about like replicating those traditions that already exist and that already has been replicated so many times, but you're rather here as a multidimensional shaman, which means you can access wisdom from many levels of earthly experience without being confined to just one single structure of how shamanism is performed, or how earth magic is performed, or how these abilities and gifts show up in your life. Okay, and even if it's not shamanism exactly, your multidimensionality gifts, right, they are expressed in so many ways, and I think you're learning to embrace that as well. Kind of ties back to his story a lot. I think this is something you might relate to if you look into, or maybe you already do. But yeah, that's what's coming through. And then we have best possible decision. Artemis, goddess of the bow, help me see what must be known. I love the fact that Artemis came out because she's also a deity that is known to carry a bow with her. And the deity that he kind of has in his heart and kind of follows in some sense, or helped him awaken his own divine essence, he's really known for his bow and carrying his bow as well. So it making a reference to that again. But maybe Artemis is a god that you would like to work with. Maybe Bridget is one, maybe Hanuman is one, or the god that he, or not the god, the deity, the persona, the incarnation of the deity that he kind of is devoted to is his name is called Rama, and then his wife Sita. So he has them in his heart, and he walks them, or walks this path of his service with them in his heart, and it's shown in such beautiful ways in this story. But I think that's something really important for you as well, and that symbolism of bow could be very important, like archery or bows and arrows could be also very important as well for you. Number 9 could be very important. The energy of Mars is also very present here as well. Okay, but yeah, this is also one of the things, again, true love come to me, that makes me think of that story again. But again, this is very important for you to understand that there are layers that you haven't touched yet, and these are the things, these are signs that will show up in your path. This bow, the archery, a mentor, a guide who will really help you tap into your divine essence, a deity, some sort of new lineage. All of these will show up in your phase now, in this new phase, to activate that multidimensionality and those gifts that are so multidimensional and so powerful that you are integrating one at a time. Okay, and there's so much more unfolding for you, and they will open where there's space for them to kind of move through you naturally. Okay, that's something you have to understand as well. It's just gonna happen naturally in the most mundane ways. Like, you could literally just be washing dishes and you will have that gift or ability kind of recalibrate you in some way, and there will be some magical moments you experience. But there will be certain like things or situations that you might be going through, and you might be trying to come up with a solution, and it's like that at that time those abilities will just activate within you. Okay, because your multidimensionality is something you're already connected to. It's just something there's certain situation being presented so that you can access it whenever you want, right? So yeah, let's get more cards. We have creativity. By all above and all below, let me connect, let creativity flow. Number 33. You are going to be able to access this level of multidimensionality in your creativity as well. And then we have number 25, good cheer. With kind heart and humor free, may God cheer rule, so mote it be. You're getting a lot of support as you're going through these activations as well, especially when it comes to your creativity or how you make money out of these gifts or monetize your gifts and abilities as well. If you've been confused or lost in how to use these abilities to really monetize them, or to, help you survive through this earthly realm as a human, this is something you'll be supported in and guided to how to do, and this is going to be this is going to be guided by your deities that you're working with, or the ancestral lineage you're connected to in many levels, and maybe also from a certain guide or a mentor that you're going to meet that is going to be a very, very beautiful support for you, and aligned in a supportive energy that you'll work with. Maybe an element of water, maybe deities of water that you're connected to, maybe some sort of smoke energy, a god energy that is very ambiguous, that is trying to work with you as well. They come in this very misty form where they're very ambiguous with their energy, but there's some energy supporting you. something of that sort as well. Okay, but your creativity is going to expand as you embrace more of this multidimensionality, and the more you embrace it, the more you're going to be able to expand your bandwidth of creativity as well, and channel this in such a way where it's not only creative for you, but it will be in service for the collective, and you'll be able to receive abundance and support in such ways after you express them and embrace them and share with the world, that you didn't even realize you could be supported in those ways, and you'll be able to live life from that level of support, whether that be monetizing and receiving money abundance in that way, or receiving support to just be able to have the resources you need, like in so many ways, or the love and support emotionally, like in so many ways that you didn't even realize that were there provided for you, is going to be available for you, and you'll be able to experience all of this magic incoming in this new year, this new chapter, this new beginning for you, as you're activating this very new archetype, but at the same time not new for you. Okay, but I don't know if I mentioned it or not, but working with water element is going to be very helpful, and you have to discern how to do that. But that's something very, 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 that's going to be very, very, very helpful to work with the water intelligence as well. Obviously the earth element, but especially the water intelligence. Yeah, and any decision that you have to make within creative aspect of your life, this is going to be guided for you, and you're going to receive a lot of support and guidance towards making certain decisions that will really help you bring in the resources that is needed for you to live off of this gift and abilities that you're activating. So that is another confirmation for someone here. If you've been trying to make a decision on, should I live this life that is very separate, that it just pays my bill, and really keep this separate, this multidimensionality separate, or should I kind of merge them together, or should I just live off of this multidimensionality, but I don't know how? All of these things are going to kind of start smoothing out and seamlessly kind of come together and merge together in a very beautiful, harmonious way. Again, the more you embrace that multidimensionality of yours. Okay, so yeah, that is your message for today. This has been an absolute delight channeling this for you. I will suggest to look into his story, maybe for some of you Bridget's story as well, and their archetype and how they kind of embody this archetypal energy. But yeah, that would be something very helpful for you. Maybe that was just a confirmation for someone. But yeah, this has been a really fun transmission, and now I will just see you in another reading. Namaste.